Okay, firstly, could you tell me your name and your age, please?
My name is Hannah and I am 23 years old.
Okay, and how would you describe your style at the moment?
My style is quite sporadic, so sometimes I like to keep up with the fashion, and then at other times I'm rubbish and I'm really lazy and I just stick on a jumper and a pair of jeans and a pair of Ugg boots. So it's very sporadic, up and down. Sometimes it's trendy and sometimes it's lazy.
Okay, and could you describe your wardrobe and its contents for us, please?
Um, my wardrobe and its contents. Lots of dresses. Actually, I've probably got an even number of each garment. So I've probably got like the same amount of dresses as I do blazers, and the same amount of bottoms as well that I have. There's one item that I've had quite a lot of, which are these pair of jeans that I've got on now, and they're a Topshop classic super soft jean, and I've probably had this exact same pair of jeans about four or five, maybe 5 or 6 times. And then when they get a bit tired, if you can see up here, I turn them into little hot pants, little shorts
okay.
to wear to like festivals and things like
That's
that.
a good idea.
So they're quite fun, but they just don't last me very long. So you can see that's the same pair of jeans like 4 different times.
And do you wear a particular colour often?
Good question. Not really. I don't think so. I've got a thing about this minty kind of greeny, light pale green, because my mum said it looks good at me.
Oh.
But not really. A lot of just blacks, as everyone does, grey, as everyone does. I think they're quite trendy at the moment, though, with it being cold. The greys and the charcoals and the washed out grey effect has been quite in. So I've been trying to be trendy with the greys, but maybe it's just me being plain and boring.
Oh no, sure it's not. And is there any clothes that you don't wear which you wouldn't ever buy?
I don't wear a lot of skirts, and I don't wear even shorts. I don't really wear shorts. I don't like my legs, so I always have. Even with night out with the girls, I'd rather wear jeans or trousers, or perhaps leather trousers or wet look leggings, than I would wear skirts. I don't wear a lot of these clothes, actually. A lot of my clothes I don't wear. There's stuff that I've bought once and perhaps never worn, or worn once, like this dress. I've probably worn that like once. What else? This dress I wore to my sister's wedding and then never again. There's this I've probably worn once, and this I've probably worn once. Yeah, so I'm not very good at making use of the clothes that I have.
Okay, well, you kind of answered the second question I was going to ask. Anyway, which was, how much of your wardrobe do you actually wear?
Yeah, not a lot. I live in the same thing, so I really like to wear my jeans because they're just a safe option that kind of goes with everything. But yeah, there's a lot of things in here that don't get worn.
Mm-hmm.
And in my other wardrobes, my other 2 wardrobes, and chests of drawers as well.
Right, so quite a lot of clothes
Yeah,
that are just there.
Yeah.
And when was the last time that you bought something?
About 2 days ago, 3 days ago perhaps, and I didn't just buy one thing. I just went in to browse and I accidentally came out with a coat, a scarf, and 2 tops.
Okay. And then how much would you spend on clothes each month?
Well, probably I've not got a big budget because of what I do for work, because I'm an actress, and I do little bits of sporadic filming work and bits and bobs and TV and stage shows and plays and bits and bobs. The pay's not brilliant at the moment, so I do have quite a tight budget. I'd never spend more than about £200 in a month, £250 in a month on myself, clothes and hair products and things like that. That all kind of comes into one under about £250. But I don't shop in the sale. I don't like sale.
You don't like the sale?
No, unless it's Topshop sale, and you can't really tell that it's outdated. I don't, and it's just an item that I've just caught my eye. I can't stand going through sale racks and oh no.
So you like the latest stuff in
I
the
like
season?
the latest stuff. I don't want someone to go, oh god, that was like really old. So yeah, I don't really buy sale. Although I'm quite happy to wear things forever, so that doesn't really make much sense. But
I know where you're coming from though. And could you describe a normal shopping day for you? So, I mean, like, what shops would you go to?
Okay.
What would you look for?
So, being London-based, if I have in mind that I want to go shopping, I'll either go to one of the Westfields, Stratford, I call it Stratfields, is Stratford, Westfield, Stratfields, is like my favourite of the two Westfields, and then I'll go to the West End every now and again, to like Oxford Circus, Tottenham Court Road, all that kind of like area, Regent Street, that kind of place. But it's a bit of a headache going to Central because it's so busy, and sometimes you just want to be kind of on your own and you want to know what you get.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Cool. Would you say you're bored with your wardrobe?
Yeah. I'm trying to be fashionable, and I think when you're doing a lot with the media and you're doing a lot with acting, and you're associating with people that are really trendy a lot, and I don't know, and also I'm trying to sell myself as a product. So
You want to be up to date.
I want to be up to date. I've not studied much, or I've not read much about fashion, so it's literally just, oh, do I like it, do I not at the moment? So maybe I need to learn a little bit more about the actual, you know, the logistics of placing things together and how they work, or colours and things like you mentioned earlier. So perhaps a little bit more knowledge would be nice.
Yeah, that links into the next question a little bit, which is about, do you follow trends?
Yeah, so I don't really know what I'm following, but I'll see what I like and I'll try and do it. Or I say she looks really cool, or he looks really cool. I follow a few people on Instagram, which is really cool because I can see when they post a picture, I can see their product, and I learn to see, like, if I like their trends that they're doing. And obviously they're only going to post things that are hot at the moment, so it's teaching me what is hot, and you know, at that time, and then I'll follow it. And I think that subconsciously does then make me go out and buy things to kind of cater
It's
for what's
visual,
in.
so you...
Exactly, yeah. So I like to see it and to say, oh, that's in, and actually I really like that, or she looks good, or he looks good. So yeah, I do follow people on Instagram and on Twitter to set my trend.
Good idea. And why do you like the shops that you go in? What attracts you to the shops? Specific ones.
Topshop is like my first and like loads of stuff in my wardrobe is Topshop. Like pretty much all of my wardrobe. If I was going to say like one main shop, it would probably be Topshop, Urban Outfitters, River Island, Zara, and Layla, which was a little boutique that shut down the road, which I'm really annoyed about. But they're like my key ones, and they attract me just because I know that I like those clothes, so I'm always going to go in there and keep looking. Other things on the high street, like New Look or Dorothy Perkins, I don't like the materials that they use. I find them a bit cheaper, and the finishing, I never really like the finishing on them, or the cuts, or I don't know. And Topshop are a lot more daring, they're a lot more trendy, and they're a lot more like kind of what's they kind of there, and they're kind of a little bit more kind of suited to me, like what I like, kind of thing. So they're a bit more alternative.
Yeah. And do you find yourself wearing the same clothes as other people, which you did kind of touch on a bit earlier?
Yeah. No, I don't think I've ever... Okay, maybe the boring jeans and jumper, yeah. But I've never had the embarrassing turn up at a wedding or a party and have the same dress on as the other girl, or someone.
That's
you know,
lucky.
I've never had anything like that happen to me. Touch wood, but I probably I don't want to be someone who sticks out too much. So sometimes I might be a little bit too safe.
Yeah. And would you say your style is individual, or would you like to look a bit more individual?
I think I would like to look a little bit more individual. Yeah, I'd like people to say, oh, Hannah always dresses really nicely. I don't think they do at the moment. Sometimes they do. I do get compliments every now and again, but yeah.
And then, what do you think your friends think of your look and your style?
I've got a lovely group of about 12 girlfriends, and they are all really stylish.
So you try and keep up
So
with...
I do try and keep up with them. Although they've got different style to me. Some of the girls are really girly girls, so they're all flowers and frills and nice little pretty things, which I don't think suits me. And then the other ones I've got are more like manly, kind of like more of a male kind of wardrobe, even though they're girls. So I kind of